guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I have a super quick and easy Halloween makeup tutorial. I already have my foundation, my concealer, and my face is all set. I'm just going to go in with the Kylie palette and start setting my eyes. So I'm just going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette and start creating shadows on my eyelids. So what I do on one side, I'm going to go ahead and move on and do it to the other side. The key to this look is to blend, blend, blend. And if you do want to go and use hard shadows, that's okay. But the key here is to blend, that way everything looks flawlessly since we are going to be building up black eyeshadow. So here again, I'm going to go in with the Kylie palette and really pack on this black eyeshadow. But I am very precise on where I'm setting it. That way we create illusions and shadows. So here I'm just packing black eyeshadow. I want it to be very intense. Take your time on this part. Make it as dark as you want or as light as you want. You can always go ahead and blend it out the way you want it and move on to the next eye. So here I am just doing a sharp wing eyeliner. That way my eyes look very dark. And when I place my eyelashes, the band looks very dark. I like to do this when I know I'm going to be wearing black eyeshadow because it just makes the whole look come together. And all the products I use will be listed down below, guys, so don't worry about that. The lashes and eyeshadow palettes as well. Here I'm going down to the bottom lash line. This is my favorite because there is really no mistake to this. All you have to do is get any brown shadow you have and build it up. Like, make yourself look tired. And I'm sure that's really easy, you know? So just go ahead and pack it, blend it, drag it a little bit down, but be precise when it comes to your bottom lash line. As you guys can see, the eye part is very simple. We're moving very fast throughout it because you only need two eyeshadows. And here I'm just darkening my eyeshadows. I want them to look very dark. So that way I'm taking a jet black mascara and really working it in. So I'm going to go ahead and move on with the Jaclyn Hill palette and start defining the nose. All we're doing here is making a contour of the nose, but a very harsh one. And you really want to take your time on this and make sure you're following along. That way you create the illusion of an angry face. As you can see here, I'm going to squint my forehead. That way I make the marks that are there. So whenever I'm walking or somebody sees my face, it kind of looks like I'm angry, but that's just the real wrinkles on my face that are more defined. This makeup tutorial is just really about creating the shadows that are there. That way everything looks super real. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the cheekbone part. I'm going to take that same eyeshadow I've been using and we're just going to start contouring, but just with a smaller brush and creating a very harsh line. Don't worry about it not being perfect because we are going to go in with concealer and correct anything that, like, if we messed up. So just take your time on this and really, really blend. The key here is blending. That way everything creates an illusion. So now that we have our outline, I took another blending brush, a little bit bigger one. So I'm going to start really blending it and bringing it upwards. And I'm also going to bring it around my forehead. Same as if I was contouring, but with a smaller brush. That way there's more detail and there's just more like contrast there. So here I'm taking a bigger brush. I'm happy with what I'm seeing, so I just want to make sure everything's blended before I apply this orangey shade. The reason why I applied this orange shade is because I wanted to add more color and like a transition to my look. So I went in with the brown one, then I went in with an orange one. That way I create an illusion. So the key here is blending, blending, blending. I'm using 3 different brush sizes. I went in with my small, tiny brush to create the details. Then I took the blending brush to create a little bit more blending but still be precise. And then the big brush, that way everything is blended and it doesn't look as harsh. Moving on to the last part, this is where the detail comes in. I know black shadow can be a little bit intimidating, but there's really no mistake here. All you really have to do is follow your natural cheekbone and kind of just shade in, blend, 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 and just make sure that you bring it up, but you're blending at the same time. You don't want to pack, you want to work with what's on the brush, and then if you want to intensify it, go back in the palette. Same here, I'm taking that big brush again and just kind of blending everything out. And of course, I'm going in, adding more brown if I need any more brown, and adding more orange if you kind of like shaded in too much black. And you know, you can always go in with those colors because they do complement each other. Going in with my favorite part, I'm taking this MAC concealer and we're gonna start cleaning everything up. And when I mean cleaning, is really, really taking the time to create the illusion you want to create. So here you can see that I'm going to start sculpting my cheekbones to the way I want to. I'm dragging it all the way up. That way I give myself a very chiseled look. And when I come down to the bottom, I'm creating a more sharper look. So you can create pretty much anything, but I would be very precise about this. So make it very sharp and clean. So same here, blending the concealer is very important. That way everything looks clean. And you also want to set this, that way it doesn't move. And I set it for like about 5 minutes and then I'm just kind of taking it off and really making sure it's matte because we don't want it to like smudge or anything like that. Okay, moving on to the nose. This part is really simple. Just take any black pencil that you have and create a button nose, and then you're gonna drag them up and create a V in the center of your nose. And pretty much you're just gonna fill it in, and that's pretty much it. You can drag it up as high as you want and make it as dark as you want as well. Make sure that you're using as much pencil because that way the nose does stay locked. And I'm just moving on and really making sure everything looks precise and the way I wanted to make it look. Make sure your nose is also very, very straight. That way you don't give yourself like an awkward nose. And I'm just going to be setting it with the same Kylie palette. That way it's matte and it doesn't go anywhere. And here I'm just making sure everything looks the way I want it to look. If you want to go in and fix anything, you can always do that. I'm taking the same matte concealer and really locking my lips. That way I have a clean canvas and can create the lips that I want to create. I went in with about 4 coats. That way I got it very, very, very mattified. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that. And I'm going to be going on and moving on with the same pencil I was using for my nose and creating kind of like a lip, but a very, very small black lip. And here I'm creating 2 lines on the side of my cheekbones. That way we can start drawing the teeth. be very precise about this. It doesn't have to be so perfect. It just kind of has to look like a mouth, and it has to be connecting to your cheekbones. And here I'm just taking any liquid lipstick that you have. It can also be a pencil, and I'm just going to start drawing my teeth. These teeth don't have to be perfect because the messier they kind of look, the creepier it looks. So just kind of take your time, but they don't have to be the same size. One can be longer. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Just kind of make it to your liking. And here I'm just adding some detail to my neck, making it look very skeleton as well. This is really the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this easy and quick Halloween makeup tutorial. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Lopez Twins, double E on the, and hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed this video. Big thumbs up for more Halloween looks, and comment down below what you guys want us to film next. Bye, guys.